wanted to share a quick story about um, how I first started getting into hypnosis, or how it helped me when I was younger. So I honestly can't pinpoint the initial thing that got me into hypnosis, but I will probably attribute it to my brother, I suppose, because we were both always into like the metaphysical, and he'd always get books on it. He's a lot older than me, so he'd go to the library and get books on it. Not a lot older than me, he's 5.5 years older than me. So I got into it when I was like 12, like aura reading and hypnosis and stuff like that. And I would always just read the books that he got. And so that's still a thing that we talk about with each other. He's trying to get a hypnotherapy session out of me now, actually, as payback for helping me move. Um, so gotta schedule that with him. And so yeah, I was always, I think I mentioned before, I had like super severe social anxiety. You know, I just had a lot of unfavorable interactions with people that just left me like completely scarred, and like feeling like physically incapable of speaking to people, and ill, and just this like a crippling fear if I had to open my mouth. And despite that, I still performed, but like I played the violin for 4 years, and I did some like dance shows in like groups, you know, singing in choruses in school and stuff like that. But I really wanted to be able to start like singing, you know, myself. I've written songs since I was 8 years old. I've always wanted to perform vocally, and singing was a little less scary to me than talking. So I was just like, I should be able to do this. Like I need to be able to do this. And so I finally got to this point, freshman year of high school. I was 14, and I was Joyful Joyful was the song that was the next thing to audition for chorus. And I love Sister Act 2, like who doesn't? And it was gonna be done like that. So like the rap, everything. And I was like, I have to get this solo. Like I have to get this solo. And I was like, oh my gosh, how am I gonna audition? Because I knew the audition process. It's like you had to be in the auditorium. South High, shout out to South High. Still love my school. In the auditorium, and there was everybody else's audition was gonna be like sitting there too. And you had to go on stage. And I was just like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. So I made a tape. I think everyone here is old enough to know what a cassette is. So I made a cassette. I had a karaoke machine that I literally just got rid of like 2 years ago. I got it when I was 9. So I literally had it for over 30 years. Not 30 years. Wow. I was 30 when I gave it away, or 31. I had it for over 20 years. Yeah, because I think the speaker like just like gave out a couple years ago, so I had to get rid of it. But so I had that karaoke machine because I always like singing. You know, my family's very musical. They knew I like to sing, but it's just like I was stricken with fear. But so my mom gave me a karaoke machine when I was 9. So anyway, so I had this karaoke machine, and I could like record from one thing to the next tape, like a two cassette spots, and I could record from one thing to the next. I could do a bunch of different things. So I would always make myself different tapes. So I made my tape. I don't know if this was before or after. Actually, I think it was before. No. I think it was after, because I think I had done this before. For a few different things. I think I started making these hypnosis tapes for myself when I was 13, and I would just record things that I wanted to get over. I would just tell myself that I was confident, and that this already happened. That, you know, I would try to like unravel the different negative things that were in my mind on this tape, and I would listen to it like, you know, while I was getting settled for the night, and you know, before I got to bed, and I would leave it on for however long it was. I would just leave it on as I, you know, was trying to go to sleep. So anyway, so I had done this before for like asking a guy like for his number, and for just trying to feel and I would do it for like trying to build my self-esteem actually. So I did another one for this audition, and I was just like, I could probably find this if I looked, because I really don't throw much out. Not that I'm a hoarder, but I keep what's important. So, um, oh gosh, I should probably try to find that for another video and play it or something. But I think I told myself that, you know, I auditioned for the role. I got this. I'm confident. I'm going to go up there and do this. You know the song. You have a great voice. You can, whatever. I was like, like there's nothing stopping you from doing this, blah, blah, blah. And so I knew when the audition was coming up. So I made the tape like in advance. So I listened to it for about a week, and then the audition came. I went up there. I was nervous, but not to the point of nervous when, you know, like sometimes when you're super nervous and your voice is like shaking. I wasn't there, which was great, because I've actually been at that point like at a later time where it was just like this massive amount of people and I was just like crap. But it was great, and then everyone was like, oh my gosh. And then my teacher, who I love, and she just passed, she was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe like all this sound of that little body. I would never have known that you have such a powerful voice. And I was like, and that was like the moment I got the solo. I have not stopped singing since. I consistently got a ton of solos after that. So that is a little bit about like my, I guess, initiation into doing like self-hypnosis, getting into just building myself. Because I think I mentioned in an earlier post that I started doing this, like choosing to be on like a self-growth journey at 13. Yeah, and that was part of it. Hypnosis was definitely part of it. You know, getting myself into that space in my mind where I was, you know, making myself see it happen, and you know, realizing that the little hurdle that I felt was a hurdle wasn't that big of a deal. So the things that I said into that, like I made sure that it was just like minimizing what the obstacle was, and kind of what's the opposite of minimizing? I think maximizing, like, you know, the outcome in my mind and getting myself there mentally. So yeah, that was my memories. That was my beginning of doing hypnosis and getting into that. And so yeah, and so like, I mean, obviously I haven't become a hypnotherapist.